Good afternoon and welcome back to Behind the Wickets with myself, Lizette Silva for Group Editors, and we have back again today Albertus Kennedy. Albertus, welcome.
Good afternoon, Lizette. It's Friday.
So Albertus, this past weekend we saw the first round of the SWD Cricket T20 Knockout competition. Mind sharing some of the significant results with us today?
Yeah, thank you very much, Lizette. It was the opening round. There was some bad weather at the coast. Some of the matches were abandoned, but we finished the majority of those matches. The SWD under-19s, they participate in the T20 Knockout competition. That's obviously the team that will most potentially go to the Khaya Majola tournament, our top schools players. And for the third consecutive year, they win the pool stages. So they will advance to the quarterfinals. They knock out George Cricket Club of all the clubs. And then the other big surprise was Beaufort West Cricket Club. Last season, they played in the lowest league. They played in the Reserve Division 2. They won it. They've been promoted to the Reserve Division 1. And they pulled off an amazing, surprising victory of 8 wickets against Premier League club Harlequins Forces. So that were the major results in terms of surprises. The rest pretty much according to what was expected. But that is why this T20 knockout competition is such a good product. It gives opportunity to the lower league teams to pull out surprises against the bigger teams.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, I followed Beaufort West last year. And then surely some of the players excelled, either the bat or the ball in hand.
Yeah, there were some outstanding performances. We just now refer to the success of Beaufort West. There's a player there, Carlton Rasmus. He scored an unbeaten 64 to pull Beaufort West over the line. So that was a great performance. Then Thabo Dwele from Thembaletu. He scored 147 from only 76 deliveries against Kranshoek. And in the same match, Joseph Santi bagged 5 for 3. It was a good weekend also for Keane Caricius. He scored 58 for the under-19s against Ramblers. And then Dan du Plessis, he's also still at school. He scored 58 for the under-19s against George. But in the same match, there was also a 56 from Werner Botha for George, which was not good enough to pull George over the line. Jermaine Lacaille scored 67 for Harlequins against the University NMU. And then Ruan Barnard, he scored 80 for Hartenbos against Knysna, but they still lost by 8 wickets. So there were some very good individual performances also.
And youngsters.
And youngsters, that's very important, yeah.
And this weekend will be the last round of the fixtures. How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. As we said last week, there are 8 pools, so there's still a lot of pool matches to be concluded. Some of the pools last week, there were no matches played. So there will be plenty of action this week to conclude the pool stages to determine the quarterfinalists that will play on the weekend of the 27th to determine who will play in the semi-finals and the finals. So after this weekend, next week, we will report on the business end of the competition.
Yeah. Albertus, and one of, or maybe a few of the popular teams that spectators can look forward to this weekend?
Yeah, Pakkersdorp, they're impressive. They are the defending champions for the past 2 seasons. Then Union Stars, their teams will be in action this week. So it will be interesting. Unfortunately for George, a Premier League team, they've been knocked out. I already referred to that. So all the other matches this week will determine the quarterfinalist.
Okay. And then you've appointed a new youth cricket coordinator at the SWD Cricket. Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, I would like to share it. We must just remember that our youth cricket department has got plenty of clients. We've got 252 schools that we serve in that. Sure. That is hardball cricket from mini cricket up until under 13. 187 primary schools, 55 high schools. Sure. So Merlin Masamela, who was appointed as the KFC mini cricket coordinator for the past 3 years, he's also a former SWD player. He was involved in coaching. I think he's got brilliant credentials. So as from the 1st of October, he will take over the role as the youth cricket coordinator. Our youth cricket programs are extremely important in our pipeline. So good luck to Merlin and all the best for him.
Yeah. Mind me asking, so what is the main role, or responsibilities of such a coordinator?
Yeah, the main role will obviously to coordinate all the youth cricket leagues from under 13 to under 19. Mm-hmm. He will also be responsible for organizing all the elite programs, coordinate all the elite programs. It's the trials, the teams that go to national tournaments. And he will look after the well-being of schools cricket in the province. I mean, as I've mentioned, we've got a vast region covering everything. So good luck to Merlin. As I said, I think he'll be very good.
And lastly, your thoughts on what's happening in the international level in cricket?
Yeah, last week we sat here and we say, gee, was the Proteas let us down again. Unfortunately, there was not an opportunity for them in the final T20 to rectify the record defeat against England. It was washed out in Cardiff. So that T20 series was spoiled, was a draw. But if we move the focus to women's cricket, we last week mentioned that Anri Derksen from SWD is included, or was included in the South African women's team for the World Cup. So prior to the World Cup, they are currently touring Pakistan, and on Tuesday evening, a target of 254 runs was set for them by the Pakistan women. But there was a brilliant 202-run partnership for the third wicket, undefeated, between Tasman Brits, who scored 101, and the brilliant all-rounder Marizan Cup, 124 not out, to pull them over the line. That match was played in the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore. They will be in action again tonight, and then on Monday in preparation for the World Cup that will start in India soon. And then our men's team, their next assignment, they will also go to Pakistan for the first time since 2021, where they will play 2 matches and 3 T20s and 350 over matches. So that team will be announced soon.
Yeah. One of the questions after our first interview, Ed, last week was that whenever you're in the studio again, I should ask you, how healthy is cricket amongst young ladies within our region?
That is obviously a challenge because we're playing in a professional league. Yeah. And to enable us to foster own talent, we need to have a vibrant pipeline for girls' cricket. And I think one of the biggest challenges in South Africa is currently we've got a very good national setup. And Cricket South Africa is putting in a lot of effort to promote cricket at under 13 level and under 15, under 16 and under 18 level, because that's even initially and eventually where you will sustain your professional competitions. So we've got a team under 16 that going to a national tournament. We went to, the tournament was in Johannesburg last week. We did well. We won 3 out of 5 games. And our under 18s will also play in that national tournament. So yes, we produce over the years very good players, and that is important, that pipeline is quite healthy. And that is also one of Mr. Masamela's key performance areas, to ensure the growth, the youth cricket pipeline for girls. A problem and a challenge is a lot of the schools is not encouraging to, is not playing a lot of active
or they have teams
participating, and there is a real need for that to sustain that.
Yeah, so I hope there's some growth that we see these soon.
Yes, but we are aware of the challenge and we're working on that.
Yeah, and then Albertus, over the weekend, you pop up on my feeds, my socials. And I also saw that you played golf with Bevan Fortuin that suddenly passed last week. Just thought maybe you'd have share some thoughts about your friendship.
Thank you very much. Look, he was a larger than life person. I was very privileged to meet him and get along quite well. It was actually through cricket, because he played cricket for Blanco. A very humble man. He played 2 test matches for South Africa. I think most significantly, and we often spoke about that on a golf course, and maybe on the 19th hole, when he played for the Cheetahs when they defeated the Bulls in the Currie Cup final with Rassie Erasmus as the coach. A very humble person of this area, and as I say, I've met him through cricket. He played cricket for Blanco. He was a great ambassador, sadly on the age of 46. All that I can say is, from SWD Crickets, our deepest condolences passed on to his family and friends. He was indeed a very, very great individual from this neck of the woods.
Yeah. So there we have it. Albertus, thank you very much for bringing us the latest on all the cricket new happenings here within our region. And look out for where your favorite teams will be batting and bowling over the weekend. Thank you very much for signing in. I'm Lizette Silva for Group Editors.
Thank you, Lizette. To everybody, have a great weekend.